And I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Ta-da! What a mess that is. Anyway, so if we look here, are you guys seeing this, by the way?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So I've got you this little explanation again about single. This is all the stuff kind of we've talked about in class. And then there's a short video here. This is not me. I don't believe this one's me. Let's see what it is. I'm sure it isn't. Nope. Oh, this guy will put you to sleep. Listen to this. Hang on one second. Let's see. Where is it? This guy's funny. It's like
Hello,
a relaxation.
this is John from caveofprogramming.com, and this is a beginner's tutorial on arrays in Java.
You hear that?
And in the last tutorial, I actually said that we would look at classes and objects this time, but I completely forgot about arrays. So this time it's going to be the first of several tutorials in which we look at arrays.
So anyway, I give you that to listen to or fall asleep to, however you want to do that. Tuesday, we don't have class, like I said, but your stuff is still due at 9 that morning. Take another look at the chapter. You won't have this yet. I'll fix that after we're done with class today. And then the assignments here, actually, you're not going to need this one either, because you'll have it yourself with you in it. Okay, so there's three programs this week. The first one is select student. So this is a parallel array you're going to do, because you'll have the student name, and then you'll have another array with their grade. And basically, they ask you to sort it. And again, there's an example in the book, so it shouldn't be that terrible on you. The number 2 one here, we're going to do in class today, okay? And then pattern recognition is nothing more than what I'd like you to do is get between 4 and 10 numbers from the user and tell me whether or not there's 4 consecutive numbers in a row. For example, if the user types in 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 5, 5, 7, 8, 9, whatever, okay, that would be, it has 4 consecutive numbers. If they just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, there are no consecutive numbers of 4. So again, my rule was that if they want to put in 3 numbers, you should say, no, you can't do that, because how can you ever get consecutive 4, right? If there's only 3 numbers. So that just doesn't make sense. So they have to have between 4 and 10 numbers. And then you just say, yes, consecutive 4s were found. It doesn't mean the number 4. It means there's 4 numbers that are the same. Everybody understand that? They don't have to have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, or something like that. It can be 4 of any number. It could be 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, and that would have consecutive 4s. If they type in 9, 9, 9, 9, that would have consecutive 4s. So any question on those before we get going?
No.
All right. So like I said, we are going to program. So let's go over here to our new project. And once again, you know, you're following along with me. I'm making most of the decisions. And what I want, again, you can't learn it really by doing that. There used to be books out that said, type and learn programming. Well, yeah, kind of, sort of, if you do it enough times. But you should go back over these, even if you're typing along with me or if you're looking at the video later and copying what we do in class. You need to go back over it, okay? And make sure that you understand what we did and why we did it. Because that's the only way you're going to learn it. Not by, I mean, this isn't supposed to be a typing class, let's put it that way. All right? And again, hopefully your object or your reason for taking this class is to learn programming, not necessarily how to learn typing, not that that doesn't help. Okay. So we're going to take 52 cards, put them in an array, pick 4 cards out of that, and evaluate what their point worth is. In other words, ace will be 1, 2 will be 2, 3, king will be 13, queen 12, and jack will be 11. Okay. Also, again, what the hardest part of this program is that there's not 2 ace of spades in there. There's not 3 kings of diamonds. There's only 1 of each. So if one is picked, it can't be picked over again, or if you were in the Old West, you would get shot, right? Because, I mean, you had the card up your sleeve or something. So we'll make it so that once a card is dealt, it can no longer be dealt again. And that really is the roughest thing about this program, to make it so it does not do that. Of course, we'll use our standard format for the menu. I did notice that a few of you did this program on your own already. So if you did, and it basically does what ours does, and there's no real reason to redo it as long as it meets all the criteria that we use. So we are going to need 2 things up here to import, and we're going to import our scanner, of course. The old scanner, and then I'll sit here for a minute and see if I can get it so it doesn't lock up. This, hey, what do you know? And then I'm going to use the random here. And again, some of you prefer the math random, and I don't really have a problem with that. Just another way to do the same thing. Okay, I'm trying to do a double indent here so that it's very pronounced. I did have a program I wrote, I think it was this program actually, the other day, and I had a problem. And how did I find my my error? Was by my indentation. I had a brace in the wrong spot, and so the program kept erroring out. And then I finally found, wait a minute, I got an extra brace in here that's causing all my problems. And again, it would have been really hard to find that if I hadn't been I'm inside the wrong place. Let's put you up there, bad boy. So we'll put that there. That's not indenting right, so we'll go back 1. There we go. like I told you before, if you take me in the spring or whatever and I'm teaching you Python, you'll be glad that you understand the indentation process, since they don't use semicolons, they use indentation. All right, so I am going to need an array, and it's going to be an array of strings for this one. And I'm just going to call it card. Or let's make it cards this time, see if I can do this without making an error. New string. And how many array elements do you think I should have? Anybody? Anybody know how many cards are in a deck?
52.
Okay, so who wants to make it 52?
53.
Who said 53?
Mason.
Mason, why?
Because if you put it at 52, it's going to start at 0.
Yeah, anybody know what the 0 card is? Because I don't. So we're going to make it 53, and we're going to just put some junk. We'll probably put the word joker in that or something like that. I also need, I know I'm going to need these again, because I planned this out before a meeting here with you guys. So we got a Boolean that's going to say is dealt, because once it's dealt, I don't want to use it again. And then I'm sorry. Yeah. And then I also want to have one called is picked. So we deal all 52. And then we also, once the is picked, we'll decide which 4 have been picked. So we'll put that in there also. And then we got our standard play again, or whatever we want to call it. And I'm just going to call it choice today. And that's going to run our menu in our do. And then tab. And choice will be equal in this case to set our menu. And we can go down to set menu will be outside the main. And what data type is set menu? Somebody that hasn't answered. Mason, you can't answer.
Character.
Who agrees with him that it's a character?
Oh, sorry. It'd be void, wouldn't it? No, wait.
I mean, it'd be a char.
It is a char.
Char.
Because what am I wanting to return is a character, right? All right. Look at my notes here. I think I have 4 entries for our menu today. Yikes. I get these from I print these out, and my wife always lays them on my desk, and sometimes they don't get in the order that. All right, so we're inside here now. And today we're not going to put this in a loop. I'm going to show you another way that we haven't used in the past to make sure they put in the right number, or only the letters that we allow. So this is going to be something to that effect, /n. Oops. There we go. Then our /t. And I think I have deal the deck of cards /n. My dog is sitting here snoring if you can hear him. It's pretty funny. And then we'll have a P for pick the 4 cards. And then we'll, and again, this is just an exercise in modularization, in that I could have put all this as a one-step thing. Deal the cards, pick them, and evaluate them all in one method. But just because we're practicing, I am going to go ahead and do this, that, and then we'll have a /t, and finally we'll have our Q for quit the program. And /t. Something to that effect. And I'll do a final scanner. My scan is equal to, the only place I need a scanner really is right here. So that's why I'm putting it in the module and not in the main or the up in the class like we normally do. And then we'll have our that standard entry, and then we can just do return pick. Okay. So that looks pretty good. We still got a lot of red up here. So let's get rid of some of that. I'm going to put my while choice is not equal to up here. Oops, Q. And that'll get rid of those red lines, I believe. Oops. Oh, come on. Excuse me. And right under that, we'll put our switch. And once again, I could use an else if or to do this. I just have kind of gotten, I didn't use a lot of switches in the past, but for this menu stuff, it works really well. Okay, so we're going to have a case for D. And I'll just stub these in for right now. Break. And then we'll have case. What was the next one? P for pick. Yep. Oops, I forgot my break here. That goes with that. Get rid of some of this up here. And that goes there, and we're going to test it now. See what I missed. So if I type a D, it says deal is here, P, pick is here, E, evaluate is here, type the letter A, only D, P, E, and Q are valid, type the number 1 or whatever, exclamation point, same thing, type a Q, and the program quits. So it appears it's working pretty well. I am going to put a line feed in before the closing. And I'll put one here in front of this message. And what else do I want? I think that's it. All right. So let's take a look here. Let me get my crazy notes here. Any questions so far?
No, not yet.
All right, so now we can deal with We have all this working, so I know there's no problems there. So the first one up here is going to be, I need to get my, to call my, my D, okay? And so card, so it's going to be cards. It's going to be equal to, I think I got it as deal cards. Or do I have it as display deck? I think I have it as display deck is what I actually called it. Okay, so cards is going to be equal to display deck. Oops. So my question to you guys now is, what data type, if any, or is it a void? When I call this, what do I need to call? What is my data type?
A string.
Yeah, it is a string, but a string of an array. So I'm going to put that as a, so we know that. Oops. So it'll be private static string array on display deck, because we're going to return an array. All right, and we've kind of done this before. Not quite the same, but we already one time picked a single card, so it's not much different than that. So we're going to have a card count here, and I'm going to make it equal to 1 since we didn't start at 0. And I need another array here, and I'm just going to call this array deck, and it's going to be equal to a new string with 53 cards, or 53, yeah, 53 strings in it. Now, notice here, I could have declared this string cards out here, and then I would only needed one array, okay? But I wrote this so it had one array in each of the, and I'm going to pass this array back to our main, instead of using one big class level array. Okay, so now I'm going to get rid of that 0. I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm going to put something in here. So that's what I'm going to store in my 0 element. And then I'm going to set up the suits. Okay, I'm going to need to Give you a second here and I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Okay. So we got that. And then we'll just go ahead. You guys here?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. And we'll put in the dogs. It's a weird part about working from home. There's always interruptions. And so we got a switch here using suit this time. And I'm going to make these inline. So I'll show you what I mean by that. We won't use braces for them. So I got case 1 is nothing more than name is equal to space of spades. Colon break like that equals of hearts. Then still in that for loop, again, look, this is why indentation becomes important. I still want to be in that loop. I'm going to put another loop inside of it. So we're building our card names here. And it'll go through and it'll have 13 space. This one will run, this will run up here, get the spades, then go through this loop 13 times. Comes back out, then it does hearts, does this loop 13 times, comes back out, etc., etc., etc.
Did you forget your break for this one?
Oh, I sure did. And little simple things like you notice I put my space in up here so I don't have to have a space right there. So it's going to look right when I print these out. And then while I'm still inside of here, we'll have our deck card count is then equal to, so now we've created the name, now we're going to save it in an array. And then we'll add 1 to the card count. And then we'll erase the card name. And we'll erase the name. And then outside, somewhere right here, I believe it'll go. We're going to return this array to the main. Get it there, so you can see it. And we should be able to run that now. I believe anyway. So if I deal the cards here, there you go. You got ace of spades, 2, 3, 4. Why doesn't it say of spades? Of hearts. That's scary. I'm missing something. Card name with the name. we are missing something, or I'm missing something because the card name, no, default card name is equal to index plus name. That should be right. Because these are showing. Why is this one not showing name here? Somebody got it for me. Plus name. It's weird because that's what I have. And card name is equal to card count. Duck. Card count. Oh, I know what it is. I think this has to be out here. Let's try that.
Yep, that
There we
fixed
go.
it.
So that fixed it. Again, it was easy. I found it by, okay, when does this, and you know, what is the difference between this one in this loop, this stuff here, or is it out in this loop? Okay, so in my indentation helps to get me there. Because this name one, I don't want to clear it until I have all the card names in. So that works now. So then I'm going to go here and put that the cards have been dealt. I believe, I think I need to change that to pick 4 cards. I believe I need to put, yes. So once they're dealt, we're going to say is dealt is equal to true, like that. We're going to come down here to the second one. And we're going to put if is dealt is equal to false. Then all we're going to do is say system print line. The cards must be dealt before you pick them. Okay. And then we'll have else. There go the dogs again. Else. We're going to have something called pick 4 cards, and we're going to send our array down. with it. And we might as well program in the is picked in here will be equal to true, because we're going to use that before we evaluate. They have to pick 4 cards. So don't forget that line there. And then we're going to go down here and have pick 4 cards. So and pick 4 cards will look like, if we can find it here. I think it's going to be a void. Pick 4 cards. And private static void. Pick 4 cards. I think we can do that. We had declared total up here at the top earlier, somewhere right there. So we can use that anywhere. And then we're going to create an integer array of 4. Call it chosen. And I'm going to have to go let my dogs in real quick. I'll be right back again. Maybe I need lizards instead of dogs. Be less bother.
I don't know. I have a dog too, so.
Oh. My dogs would be eating the lizards would be the problem. Although they only, it's funny because they only worry about my cat, the cat that doesn't like me. He likes my wife, but hates me. The dogs are upset by the cat if the cat gets on the counters. The dogs do not like when he gets up there. It's kind of cool, actually. And then we're going to have, we need a, let's see here, int picked. And we'll set that to 0. And then we'll have a random. We'll declare a random right here. And it's a new random. And card equals 0, 2. All right, see if I need all those when we get down to the bottom. And so we'll do here for int count is equal to 0. Count is less than 4. Count plus plus. And then so here's where we're trying to stop we're going to have a do loop here that keeps running each time we go through if that card's already been chosen. The one that is picked each time. And then we'll do our RDM dot next int. And we'll make that out of 52 because I don't want a 0, so I have to do it this way. So if I put 53 in there, then I'd have a 0. 0 through 52. What I want is 1 through 52. So this way, I originally get 0 through 51. I add 1 to it, and then I get 1 through 52. So that's the preferred, what I actually want. And then my for int count 2 is equal to 0. I guess I could have came up with a better count 2 is less than chosen length, I believe, will work. And then count 2 plus 1. So we got this do here. You got a for loop going. And inside the for loop, we got a do loop. And then inside the do loop, we have another for loop. It's plain as mud, Doug. And then, so in here, in this count 2 loop, we're going to say if chosen, and then count 2 is equal to picked card, then same card is going to be equal to true. And it's going to break. Else, same card is going to be equal to false. There they go again. Okay. Then right outside of this if, again, this is the same one here. we're going to say, oh no, outside the for loop is what I want, Doug. So do this here. And I think it's right outside this is where I want this. So I got that. So if it isn't the same card, then if picked card % divided by 13 is equal to 0. So in other words, the first 13 cards are going to be zeros because there's no remainder, right? So in other words, those are the spades, I believe. Then our total is just going to go up by 13 plus, oops, plus, oh, come on, Doug, plus equals 13. Else, when we do that, the total is going to be plus equal the picked card % 13. And then chosen picked. So our array, then the number, index, is going to be equal to the picked card. And we'll add 1 to picked. So we only can get up to 4. And then our loop should be one goes there. Under, we indent these because I don't really like it like that. There you go. So under if same card comes out there. And then, so this will be my while loop, I believe. And it just keeps looping through that until it's false. So we don't want the same card more than once. So that works. And then, once I get out of that, it should be 4. So this is an array inside an array here is what I'm specifying. Because if you remember, here's our integer array right there. Okay. And then we're taking that integer array, which is a number or 4 numbers, and using them on our deck. And what am I missing? missing here? Chosen, not find deck. What did I call it? Where is deck at?
Was it cards?
Shouldn't be. It should be deck. Pick card, chosen. Chosen goes there. Oh, I don't think I. Oh, stop, Doug. I might not have done what I wanted to do. Deck is here. And then.
Didn't you pass
I might not.
the variable?
Yeah, I did. What did I call it? Cards?
Well, you didn't put it
Didn't
in.
specify. I didn't catch it, right? So right here, pick four cards should have been string deck. Let's try that on for size. So that seems to work. Display deck. I've got a goofy thing here. What? If I can send it down as that. See, I didn't do that. Just give me 1 second here before I shoot myself. Oh yeah, I did. Just looking at the wrong thing. So yeah, there's the fix there. Go right here and put this in here. So now let's save.
So when we set down cards, does it switch it to deck?
Yeah, it's just like any time. Those are two different variables, okay? Just because you're sending, it's like a pitcher and a catcher. Okay? Pitcher's throwing the same ball, but they're not the same person. Okay? So if you think of what I'm sending as a copy or as the ball, I'm sending the ball and the catcher's catching it in a different glove. The pitcher's pitching it out of a different glove. So they're the same values, but they're named two different things. Because this string deck here is only usable between here and here. This one up here, cards or whatever I called it, up here is only usable where? From here to here. Its scope is limited to that. So I'm sending a copy down when I do that. Okay? Kind of, sort of?
Yep.
All right, let's go.
Could I see the last for loop?
Yep. Let me indent that. And that's just printing from our array what are the four cards that we picked. So let's go ahead and try and run it. I'll show you something right away. If I try to pick the cards right away, it says, wait, the cards must be dealt before you pick them. So now I go back, I hit a D. There, they're dealt. And now I should be able to hit P. And here's your four cards. Wait a minute, something's crazy here. 10, 2 diamonds. I got something wrong, right? Because it picks the 10, joker not here, joker not used, joker not used. So I've got something. Oh, We're in 0. Is in length dot index. Something is crazy. Am I in the wrong? No, I think I'm in the wrong. I think this needs to be. Well, no, that's where I've got it here. Oh, no, I don't. Hang on, we're in the wrong. This needs to be moved Control Exit and then put it in here. And then let me try and run it and make sure we get. Oh, come on. It kicked me over to Facebook.
Yeah, that fixed it.
Did it?
Yep.
Sweet. And what we could do here also is this. Let's do this real quick. And so now if I run it, okay. So we deal the cards. And then if I print the cards, there we go. And you can print again. I wonder what happens though when it runs out of cards. I don't know. Let's see, I'll have to do this 13 times, I think. Or maybe it just resets each time. I think it resets each time. I think so.
Yeah, because I've tried it quite a few times and it just keeps going.
But you notice we never get duplicates. And that's the main thing. All right. So that's that, which only leaves us the evaluation. We're over time. You guys want to stick for a minute?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
please.
got
do.
that.
All right. So if we go to evaluate here, we're going to do if not is picked. Then we do the do that. And the last, this is actually just a simple. So we'll just call it we'll just do that. And it was a void. And all this is a system out. I think that's right. So now, once we run it, we run a D, that works. We do a P for picking them. There they are. We do an E. And if you add those up, you got 12 plus 11 is 33 and 8 is 41, or I mean 20. Geez. You got 12 and 11 is 23 plus 8 is 31. And you can see there that 31 is the, and then if I wanted to, I could do pick 3 of that again. And this time again, hit E. And you should have 17. And I got 9 and 8 is 17. And you can see in fact that works. And that's it. Again, walk yourself through it, okay? Again, the hardest part, again, is this part here. This picking the 4 cards. And even that isn't hard. I mean, you could just, you have a random, so you could pick da-da-da-da-da. The problem is you can't have a duplicate. So you have to deal with that, okay? Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. So again, take some time, walk through it, and learn something from it, okay? All right, that's my song and dance. I will see you guys probably just for lab time. Check in on Thursday. All right?
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right,
All
thank
right.
you, Melissa. Thank you, guys.
But
But
Hello?
yeah, Mason, what you got?
I just had a question because mine actually crashed when it goes to P. And I can't, it says the array index is out of bounds.
Okay, let's take a look real quick.
Okay.
You should be able to share with me now. So scroll down to your pick. Okay. Oh, your number 4 there, it should be less than 4, not equal to.
Okay.
Because you only have 0, 1, 2, 3. You don't have a 4. Run it now. Oops. Let's see, so you got less than 4 there. Scroll down a little more. More. Scroll back up. Where would another 4 be? New int 4, going up. Stop. Consecutive number. Consecutive numbers. Pick 4 cards is at 146. Scroll down to 146 once. Or somewhere down by there. Count 2. Okay. Go ahead and go up to run up at the top in the menu,
In the menu.
up above. And do rebuild project. There you go, that one. Click it. Okay, now run it. Damn it. Try line 43 once for me. Hmm. Okay. Exception in thread, main Java language, index is out of bounds exception. Index 4, out of bounds for length 4. Okay, scroll up. Let's see if there's any other places that it could be at. Okay, scroll down slowly. Okay, so it's column P here. If del is delta is false, go ahead and do that. Else pick cards. Okay. Pick 4 cards. Go down. Okay, scroll. Hang on. True. And break there. Okay, keep going down. Yeah, I don't think it's there. Show menu, I don't think. It ran when you ran the show menu, I'm assuming. Okay, you got this different than what we did. Well, go on up a minute. Okay, again is equal to that. Okay, you can get rid of all. See that your if again down to while again? You don't need any of that. Keep going. Delete
All of
that.
that?
Yep. Because we handle that going up here. Keep going. Right here. If they put in anything else. This line right under default covers that.
Gotcha.
So that's a little bit different than what we did before. So you get rid of that do also. I'm sorry. There you go. And everything should switch back. There we go. All right. So now go down. Char again equals Q. Do we even need that? Go on back up. Oh yeah, because we have to return something. That's right. So that's fine. That's the declaration. All right. So then you deal the cards. Oh, there it is. Under the suit one, get rid of the 4. Oh no, that's less than or equal to 4. That's right on that one. Because we're using 1 through 4, not 0 through 3. Okay, go down. Okay, we get down here to pick 4 cards. Okay, so we have an array of 4. So that's 0 through 3. Go down a little bit. What I don't understand is that line is right. 4, it can count. Hang on, I gotta find my cheat sheet here. Oh, and 4, that's right, less than 4. And then Go down, and that goes there, that goes there. Same card. Okay. Let's say if that. So we do the do, we do the pick. Then we do the first 4. And inside the first 4, if chosen. That's right. Then card is false. Okay, go down. If not, same card.
Do I need a break?
No. And then scroll down right there, stop a minute. Those total chosen, picked, and then picked plus plus. And then, oh, where's that other sheet? Well, while goes there. Put your mouse over that brace right there. Yeah, right there. Okay, scroll up. And that's your do while. Yep. So scroll down. Okay. And then you got your do while. Then you got another brace, which is right. And then goes down. I don't know where it is for that. It looks perfect. I don't know what's going on. Index 4 is out of bounds. I don't know why this is happening. Do me a favor and go ahead and click up in your code.
Like where?
Anywhere. Okay, do a Control A, then a Control C. Now start a new project and call it, just change the name to something else. Okay. Now what I want you to do is just paste your code in there. Okay, now scroll up to the top. Okay, so make that pick 4 cards. And then make your class. It'll be, there you go. And now try and run it. I'll be a son of a gun. I am noticing something's weird though, because you're getting where it's not showing is dealt, going up, is ever used. Put your mouse over is dealt. See that? So scroll down. Somewhere we're missing something. It's either a brace. So let's see, it says is dealt true is right there. And is dealt false is there. So why is it saying is dealt? Oh, here. Scroll down. Wait a minute. Go down
Do I?
a little bit. Just click on, hold that yellow warning there. Is that just?
Yeah, it says the branch is never used. So like when I just try to click P, it just.
Yeah, what's wrong there? Go on up a little bit. Stop.
Do I need to put is del somewhere else?
Oh, you got it in the main. Hang on a second.
Maybe I need to,
I think it's supposed to be out. Hang on. That could be your
do I
problem.
need to put it in the class?
No, I've got it in the main. And that's where it's used, yeah. Mine's in the main. Is dealt. Is equal to false. So let's see here. You got that. Go again. Comes back. Switch goes to go again. The first one is case D, semicolon. Goes down, case D. Hang on, is still true. But then why am I getting a warning here that if, oh, you have a single equal sign there. Okay. I can't believe that's what the problem is, but so now if you click off of it,
It's not showing the base anymore.
okay, so that isn't that problem. Chart go again as Q, that's okay. But we fixed that. Why? Click on that light again over there.
On the what?
On the light over on the, oh, there. Click off now. There, it's gone now. That's okay. That one's okay. That's just saying that we set it to Q and it really didn't need to be. Okay, so now we're going to go down again. Go down to the pick. Yeah, keep going. Pick 4. This is what I don't understand. Okay, so I'm gonna read and you follow along. Okay,
All right.
and let's see if we can find it real quick. Okay, so it's total is assigned 0, semicolon. Int brackets chosen equals new int 4 in brackets. Int picked is 0. Random is equal to a new random. Int pick card is equal to 0. Next is a for loop. For int count equals 0, or is assigned 0, semicolon. Count is less than 4, semicolon. Count plus plus. Under that, I have a brace, Boolean same card is equal to false. Do, next line, brace, indented, pick card is equal to RDM dot next int 52 plus 1. Next slide is another for loop. For int count 2 is equal to 0, semicolon. Count 2 is less than chosen length.
Less than?
Less than.
Not equal to?
There you go.
It is.
Now run it. If nothing else, that's another just
Wow.
that's it.
That's
Right.
it.
All right.
That's crazy how that can just. Thank you. Well,
Okay. You got an error there. You choose Q and you're getting your error message. Did you notice that?
they're not.